Good evening, everybody. This is Dark Racial Humor live from Tucson, Arizona. And we're getting really dark, really racial. But first, we got to watch the end of the Clippers game. I'm Caller John.
I'm Bon Jen. This is Dark Racial Humor.
We're surrounded by some near and dear friends. We have fanning system Danish Taimoor Faizi and Maggie. We're in Tucson for the Tucson Hip Hop Festival 2019. You know what it is. It's cracking. You know what it isn't.
It's dark racial humor. Well, we got racial humor that's dark, and it's so evident that you gotta listen closely to catch it. Do.
Yeah, we can't be that loud. His neighbors are gonna get mad. But so we're going right into the sports, the sports segment.
Lou Williams 40 points tonight.
Yeah, Lou Williams is the man of the hour on the Clips. He's really the star player. The Clippers are taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Today is March 8th, and you know we got to keep it daily.
It's just a good day to be a Clippers fan, you know? It's Friday night with the homies. We're just watching the Clips do some damage to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah. You know, just the best team in LA, just doing what they do, I guess.
Putting the I guess after
It's no big deal or anything.
Paul George has fouled out. The score is 112 to 107. There is 35 seconds left.
How come all the white guys in the NBA are for him?
Because they didn't have to go to college.
Lou Williams with a steal.
Lou Will apparently just stole the ball from the Oklahoma City Thunder.
This episode is brought to you by YouTube TV free trial.
Are you watching that on YouTube TV?
Yeah.
Wow. Via the Clippers. What is that? Yeah, it's also the Clippers. What?
Two different spots.
Two different spots.
Yeah.
You probably have a more live up-to-date version.
This shit, I think, is cleaner too. It's just, you know what it is, dude. Even several states away, you gotta rep those Clips. Lou Will is taking free throws right now.
Bro, it's just too much good stuff from the Clippers game.
This is what we do, man. We're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of Tucson Hip Hop Festival after this game is wrapped up. We want to thank you all for tuning in to episode 52?
52.
52?
I think.
Maybe episode 51 or 52 of Dark Racial Humor. If you want to support us, you can go to anchor.fm/Dark Racial Humor. We have 3 separate tiers you can support.
Both teams are fucking hungry, dude.
We got 2 hungry teams.
This is good basketball right here.
This is some of the best basketball you'll ever find in 2019.
This is why the Clippers are the best ball club in LA.
I couldn't agree more.
Sprite?
Taimoor Faizi wants his Sprite. Taimoor Faizi of newly established Room Splash fame. Go over to roomsplash.com if they give up that money, dude. But if they don't give up that money, then they're not going to be a sponsor on Dark Racial Humor. They got some cool shirts. Should I don't know. You'll find it. What's going on with this game, John?
We're at 115-107 Clippers, fourth quarter, 18 seconds left. We got number 8, don't know his name, just sinking Gallinari sinking buckets. That was the name of our last episode, Sinking Buckets.
Yeah, I forgot about Sinking Buckets. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, dude. That was a beautiful 3 by number 23.
20.
Oh, I guess he didn't make... Oh, he did he?
Apparently not. I think that's Moro. As you can hear, we're getting hectic down here in Tucson. I'm not really sure of the location stats of Dark Racial Humor. I think once we move to platforms and distributed it through Anchor, there's a little less relative stats. But that's okay because you can support us. We usually have some news going on. We're going to get to the news, don't you worry. But, you know, we're just chilling out, maxing, hanging out, watching b-ball outside the pool. There's a Circle K around the corner. I'm just going to set the setting here. This is the Casa de FS. It's a small 2-bedroom house.
I don't know what Doc Rivers put in their water, but they haven't been missing any baskets.
That was quite the quip, John. Doc Rivers is indeed the coach. Taimoor Faizi is asking Jonathan Ben about what visuals to use for the Tucson Hip Hop Festival. Do they wrap it up? Is it over?
Throw a screenshot on Twitter.
Yeah.
Clippers score.
The Clippers played the Thunder. The final score was 118 to 110 Clippers.
That's right. They say they don't believe in us, but then we just work harder in the gym. And instead of going to the club after the game, we go to the gym and we fucking sink buckets, and that's why we win. That's why we're the best ball club in LA. Go Clippers.
It ain't a lake show, it's a clip show.
Yo, Lakers are trash. We don't use the L word on this podcast.
No, you might have heard the low voice of Mr. FS. Let me set this up like a real journalism should.
All right,
hold on. First, we get the B-roll sound. FS cooks some kind of nondescript pancake latke type fried bread.
Fry bread.
Fry bread?
That's what it's called.
What is fry bread?
Bread is it's basically corn bread, only less sweet. It's you patty it up, you get it on here, and you let it fry.
Wow. Now, what kind of is this a frequent process for you?
Yeah, usually I make pupusas, but I don't have any cheese, and I'm too damn lazy to deal with the beans right now. I don't like using the pre-refried beans. I get the black Goya beans. I do it myself. Shameless plug to Goya premium products. Let's see if we can get Goya Foods Inc. Big ups. Big ups to Goya Foods.
Big ups indeed. Now,
I noticed that the big ups indeed, you kind of sound like Nardwuar.
Nardwuar.
You got any free shit for me?
Yeah. I got...
I like cars and music.
I have bananas. Do you like bananas?
Yeah, in fact, the bananas you have aren't the same ones that are sitting on my counter right next to us, are they?
Those would be the same, yeah.
Oh.
I think when I do the microphone to my mouth, microphone to subject's mouth, it brings a little Nardwuar out, indeed.
Yeah, the little indeeds and the little side things.
The indeed, I think, was a little pushed. But the first one was legit.
Got it.
Yeah, so here we are. Even that? Here we are.
I can't unhear it.
Here we are in your residence. Now, how long have you been staying in this particular residence in Tucson, Arizona?
4, roughly 7 months now.
About 7 months in this address. What do you like about it? What drew you to this estate, really?
This state or this apartment?
Estate.
Oh, estate.
Yeah.
Like insurance.
Yes.
Estate.
Yes.
Got it.
Was it the nice gravel parking lot?
I needed to move, and this was what was available at the time. So, like any sensible person, I did what I have to do.
Yeah. You gotta get in where you fit in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty flexible. I get the fit,
Are you making pancakes?
No, I'm making fry bread.
If you were here, John Bonjen has joined us, and we're in a kitchen space now. Let me set the setting a little bit. We got so you walk in the door, you take a right. You have about, I don't know, my foot's about a foot. You got about 5 feet worth of kitchen lengthwise.
Fuck out of here. That was 3 feet of that.
3.5.
Pretty long, though.
Pretty long, so it's vertical.
Yeah.
Imagine the long things in Tetris.
It's actually. I'm sorry, I hate to cut you off. It's like a box. You got length times width times height gives you volume. That's what we have in here. We're in volume. It's like those shirts. They say scale. Very similar units of measurement, space, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Volume, space, scale.
I was gonna say, if someone was morbidly obese, I'm talking like 400 pounds.
This is probably not what they need to be eating.
They probably wouldn't live here because it's too small.
Indeed. I've thought about multiple times those 2 French doors out the back. Thankfully, I only have to use one of them.
No, you can't just call doors French. You don't know where they come from.
That's what the style of door is called. I'm sure the door was not made in France. I highly doubt it.
It's racist.
I've seen all these doorknobs in Home Depot down the street.
See, your fried bread's getting a little smoky. I don't know if you want to tend to that. So anyways,
Some more. I need 20 cc's of olive oil stat.
He needs 20 cc's of olive oil stat. Not sure what that means. He wants more. Just really getting all the oil, dude. So this kitchen, we're in a small kitchen. You come in, you got your refrigerator. There's a nice little bar. I don't know what these are called. Nothing in it. We'll go inside. We were going to do cribs for a vlog, but we'll do it in the podcast style. You open the freezer. There's two kind of beer steins that are chilled and frozen. 2 ice trays for double the ice. 1 bag of hash browns, very just to the last of rations. And 1 ice pack blue. You open the refrigerator. There's 2 jugs of water, 1 from Circle K, 1 that is the brand of Refreshe Albertsons. You have an organic pitted Kalamata olives. Seems to be Kalamata.
It's just Kalamata.
I see 3 A's. Kalamata olives.
I only see 1. Maybe we should call this
You have
visual unfunny shit.
visual unfunny shit yurt. And you got pepperoncinis in the fridge. You have ketchup. You have Popeye's honey. You have little weenies. And then another kind of ketchup thing on the bottom. But empty but clean. Now, FS, what just happened?
We good.
What just happened?
We had some, I'm from California where there's a lot of earthquakes, so sometimes I got...
I'll hold the microphone.
Yes, sir. I'm from California where there's a lot of earthquakes. Sometimes out here when there's not enough earthquakes, I have to simulate an earthquake, so I shake things up a little bit like I just did. Thankfully, there were no casualties. In fact, there was no broken porcelain. I don't keep fine china in the house for that exact reason. And I think anybody that can relate to what I've said so far can relate with that statement. Now, pretty trying times here. I'm almost out of oil.
Well, let's. You're taking the fried bread off.
Yeah, but I still.
Do you mind? Oh, there's more to go. I was about to turn off the vent. 2 more to go. But you have about 7, 9, 8 fried breads on a kind of turquoise blue plate there.
Yes, sir.
And are these up to your par of how they usually look?
About so.
All right, dude. Let me get your thoughts on Tucson Hip Hop Festival. First time Adobe House ever played together, kind of full. I want to say. I don't know if I'm wrong.
Full?
With the full gamut of squad, if you know what I mean. I really love how you, as soon you're washing right away. I really like that. That's a great trait that I see in you.
I cannot fucking stand clutter.
Sure. Hate it. But it's there. And you just gotta walk.
Every night and not having any trash is not practical.
No.
Even if the money was there, I like making food myself. I don't like other people making my food unless they know what they're doing. I can't count on the people at Chipotle to know what they're doing.
I like going to restaurants where they have stations for you to make it, but you still pay them.
You know, it's like someone said a long time before me. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
That's great. And so back to this Tucson Hip Hop Festival. What are your thoughts? How you thinking? What's going through your head? How are you gonna tackle the day?
I'm pretty comfortable with it. I'm gonna wake up, do what I usually do. Some crunches, some sit-ups, some coffee, some probiotics. Not in that order. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna rock the festival. I'm probably gonna wash my hair, either before or after. It's about that time of the week. And just rock the show. You know, it's been 2 years since we.
It's been a long time.
Before I left you, without a dope fest to step to, and so we're just gonna rock it. We're gonna do what we do, and
You aware that Slobby Robbie has a Netflix show?
I don't know who that is. And
do you know Generation Cool on 4th?
No.
Well,
can you bring me up to speed?
It's a thrift shop of sorts where they take Supreme stuff. It's kind of like old.
So it's like a hype beast thrift store.
Yeah, more. You got sports jerseys that are old.
So I'm gonna pay
and shoes.
I'm gonna pay a lot of money for someone's used clothing that was rare 30 years ago. Is what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure. I haven't heard of the place.
Nice, dude. I was gonna bring him up on stage. Still gonna do that. I'm gonna go around the room. It's really smoky in here, dude. I'm gonna.
Hey, remember.
What?
Keep it rocking in the freeway.
I think I'm just gonna go around maybe the festival the whole time. I'm gonna talk to Danish Faizi. Danish Faizi, introduce yourself. You've never been on Dark Racial Humor. Yeah, it's really smoky. How you doing? What's your name? Where you from? What do you do?
I'm Danish. I produce and I rap, and I'm from Arizona, I guess, technically.
Damn, dude, that fucking identity clash, you know? Where am I from? Where is my home? Where do I belong?
Where am I going?
Pakistan?
Pakistan, sure.
Yeah. We're here in Tucson, doing Tucson things, playing at the festival tomorrow.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Should be fun. We have the whole fun squad. We got everyone back in Arizona that doesn't do much here doing music. It should be interesting seeing Dan and Skylar rap. It's gonna be fun.
He's referring to Dan Lewis and Gray and Gray. You might. Is he unmasked?
Unmasked for the one time.
Wow. Why? I wanted to be masked.
Oh, we can ask him. He's like, should I wear the mask or not? I was like,
yeah, definitely. That's like shit, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh shit.
What? He's just a random white guy, dude. We got to keep it diverse. We can't have two white guys. I mean, Dan, but Dan's short and goblinish.
Yeah, and then, but Jake kind of looks white.
No, he looks like an ogre of sorts.
If someone saw you for the first time, what would they guess your ethnicity to be? What have you been told?
I feel like I would. The first flash would be white, but then like not really white.
Yeah, you think white, but it's not white, right?
I've gotten Samoa.
Samoa
Samoa
Yeah.
seems to be the most often. Most people just like don't know what to say unless they like have other mixed friends and they're like, oh, clearly you're mixed. Yeah. And they just say that and it doesn't become like a conversation. Samoan.
You have anyone ever ask you, what are you?
I've gotten that plenty of times throughout
Damn.
Like high school. Yes.
And then you're like, I don't know. Well, I thought I was me, but it might.
I ask them. I give them the same question. I like to. The best thing to answer. If you want to throw someone off, answer their question with another question.
What do you say?
What are you?
I say I'm John.
Exactly.
Yeah, that usually is like it cuts through like their whole framework. Or like, what do you mean your race? I mean, I'm like, no, I'm John.
It tears the walls down. It really
Breaks the wall down like Chris Jericho.
Okay.
Wrestling.
Not familiar.
Back to we're going to another Faizi. His name's Taimoor. He's co-owner and proprietor of Room Splash. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?
Where am I from? From Phoenix, Arizona. Room Splash clothing. I do art, do film. I do it all basically. I'm the sole proprietor of Adobe House Records. If it wasn't for me, Adobe House would be in the shambles. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
You've lived in Phoenix before?
Yes.
You're not very familiar, you said, with the Tucson, Arizona.
No. Dirty tea? What's the dirty tea? I don't know the dirty tea.
What are your impressions of the night? What have you... well, first of all, how was your day, Taimoor?
Wait.
So good.
Who slept in the car? You didn't sleep in the car.
I slept in the beginning a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how you went every time. You were done the whole
I slept the whole way.
You slept in a car the whole way?
Yes.
I think it's kind of rude to sleep during not field trips, road trips. If I... Yeah. He's currently showing me visuals for the Tucson Hip Hop Festival. It's going from LA to Tucson. That's really fucking cool, dude. And then we're just gonna cut right there, and that's it. And that's the fucking thing. We're gonna go over to co-host John Bonjen. Bonjen, how's your day?
Hey, it's going pretty good. A little tired, had a long drive, but I'm up here ready to work, ready to do it. And it's a great way to stay in shape.
I'm gonna have one fry bread. I'm now going, John. I'm in the fry bread area. Yeah, I'm getting asked a question. I'm not sure. I kind of doubt it. I highly doubt it.
They do that by themselves. They just release an album through Fat Beats.
I think so.
Yeah, Pax was released on Fat Beats.
That company interests me.
I don't fully understand them. They've just been like good in e-commerce for a couple years. I'm not eating fry bread. Would anybody like to really take reign of dark racial humor for a few minutes?
Huh?
Really take the host thing here.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Bon Jin back here for Dark Racial Humor. You know what? We're just here in Tucson. We're preparing for the Tucson Hip Hop Festival. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be at the main stage tomorrow, 6 p.m. until 6:30. Hopefully, people come. Hopefully, people enjoy it. Hopefully, people just come and just do their thing. You know what I'm saying? So, the Clippers just won. And I'm still fucked up over Michael Jackson. Like, Jesus Christ, can you believe that guy touched kids? What the fuck? What? Holy shit. Like, it's killing me inside. Watching Maggie eat her food like a good girl. Maggie, do you have anything to say, Maggie? Maggie just looked at the microphone, so that's what she has to say. Because she's a good girl. So my day's going good, Took a long drive, listened to some podcasts on the way up here. What did I listen to? Listen to some NPR, listen to a podcast about money, listen to my music library on shuffle, did a lot of skipping. Then I drove an hour in complete silence because I was fucking hungry and I was irritated. So I'm gonna go outside and do something legal, and here's to more. With the weather.
The weather, it's 40 and fucking cold. God damn it. Wasn't expecting this one. I only packed underwear. Don't have any clothes. I lost it on the train right here. That's right. I took the train to Arizona. You heard it here, folks. If you're wondering how I'm doing fantastic. Dark racial humor, sole proprietor. Adobe House, sole proprietor. Me, the CEO. You, nothing. Back to Ricker.
They are actually our great audience named Dark Racists. They're doing real great, dude. Maybe Fat Beats Records does do Clear Soul Forces. I'm gonna check where we're at during the time. I think we've been going for about 23 minutes. Let's see. I'm going around here. Let's peek in on FS talking about his cover.
Yeah, and they might go underneath because this is kind of shitty tape. But if it does, then I'll let it try retape, and then.
So really take us through your processes here.
Can you elaborate on that question a little bit?
What are you doing, man? What's the purpose? What are you?
I'm painting the Mocha 2 cover right now.
That's the first one.
What's that?
Madlib intrigues me a lot. I think because he's somewhat mysterious. Yeah, he's not known hella. Not known, but he's just not. Yeah, no one really knows where he is from a public. Yeah. Yeah, but his persona is not public. I didn't really know that Madlib, what he looked like. What was the question?
How much do you play for your residence here?
It's $9.50 a month, but my lease, when me and Marcus signed up, individual leases. I only pay $475. Well,
so
no,
I
four
pay
for
TV for the place.
entire.
So
Pretty fucking good, you know?
the other half is just no one pays for it.
Lou fucked himself over. Lou's the landlord. He fucked himself over when he wanted to evict someone over a dog who was paying rent, and now he's pretty much missed out 50%.
So in Arizona, you're not obligated to pay the rest of it?
Wait, so Marcus doesn't have to pay, right?
No. I mean, he has a judgment, but I can't speak much on that. At least with this fucking thing in front of me.
It's a podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's not true. We get an average of 9 viewers per episode, actually.
Podcast, not your podcast.
Yeah, well, we are a podcast, and it's really just untrue. We have 9 average viewers per podcast.
I personally don't listen to. Let me rephrase this. I personally don't listen to podcasts.
$3 so far.
Damn, son, you know you're using my beats on this,
That's
bro.
$3.
Where's my fucking 5 cents, son?
You pretty sure you said you can use the intro, and then we did.
Yeah.
What you're
I'm
doing?
pretty sure, actually, no, I'm pretty sure you asked me to use it.
I think that's true too.
What you're doing right now? You have a voice recorder, so we can all come back to this because it's being recorded. So could we come back to perhaps what y'all are talking about? I said that didn't necessarily get said.
Well, no, I think it was said. I think what happened was said you wanted to be introed. You want your music for millions and millions of people to hear. So you wanted a platform, I think, was one of the words that you so frequently used. Dark racial humor is that platform.
Platform, an 8-letter word with 2 syllables?
That's beyond my knowledge.
That was
Because of us, people in India,
Oh, I get it.
Africa, Australia, people that would otherwise probably never heard your song have heard it.
I'm getting paid in exposure. I understand.
Well, no. Well, so here's the thing, right?
I've heard this one before.
We get sponsors now, but if we really wanted more money, which we need because we need you paid because you deserve to get paid. We've gone over this before. And so what we need from you.
Have you heard of that story, the Facebook mural wall guy? When Facebook first started, they moved into their first headquarters and they wanted a big mural on their office wall. And they said, hey, we don't have much money. You can take this much money or we can pay you in stock. And he was like, all right, you guys are a new company. Like, fuck it, I'll just take the stock. Oh, it's a pretty famous story.
We run a podcast, okay?
But now now Facebook obviously blew up. He's a millionaire because he took the stock and now all he does is just travel.
So now, Jacob, do you like traveling?
Yeah, I like traveling.
Why, you got a plane ticket for me?
No, what we have is equity.
Better than a plane. Let me ask you.
Which airline accepts equity for ticket purchases?
Tell me how this works.
Southwest.
I'm not flying on
Hey,
Spirit.
man, your neighbors are gonna get mad, okay? Southwest booms, and they.
This is sloppy. I know. I know. I'm doing it very not for like. I was like, wait, just do this. Yeah, there you go.
And so, FS is now. He's painting. He painted over tape to make a star of sorts. He's making the Mocha 2 cover. He's really getting down and dirty with it. I don't know how he's gonna get that paint.
Painting. How long has Leslie been painting for? Painting.
Oh, I think since high school.
Bro.
She does paint well. But I think she uses. Does she not do the thing where you kind of have the 3 layers of colors of a person off of like Photoshop, and you can kind of like paint it in like somewhat?
She draws it with a pencil. She like looks at a picture and she just fills it in.
And he's taking up the tape now, referring to FS. He's getting a star, and it's a pretty clean line. It's a pretty clean line indeed. The star, I'm gonna say, looks kind of fucked. Looks a little fucked. You know when you try to draw a star and you just can't do the proportions right?
This is literally a parody of the FMLN star.
No one knows what that is. No one knows what FMLN is.
El Salvador, bro. El Salvador, dude.
Is it El Salvador?
Fudo Martin fucking Liberation Front, bro.
Rita,
Bro, the goddamn forefront.
Of what?
Fucking El Salvador, dude.
Well,
You were born with the rare defect where your head is stuck in your ass or something, bro.
well, could you enlighten me on?
You were a journalist.
Can you? Well,
You
the
enlighten me, bro. You're a journalist.
thing about journalism is that you learn from others. Would you like to tell me about your fry bread? What is this history?
Everyone's supposed to know everything about history.
No, I'm gonna just let it dry. This is giving.
Honestly, it gives a character a Salvadorian thing of sorts.
Do you guys have any specific doctors you go to? I think I'd like to see them for my anxiety. This is giving me severe anxiety.
That's not up to us, and we have a
Doctor in years.
we have a wave on that. So what is this FLM that you're painting? What's the history?
It was the left-wing guerrillas during the...
See, now gorillas, are you talking about monkeys?
No, not...
As in with the U.
Not the E-E-U-U-Ah-Ah gorilla.
E-U-E-U-E.
The UEs.
Resident expert, I can see.
The gorillas.
Not the Harambe related gorillas. No.
Can you mute that?
Fuck. Hey, can I use your shirt real quick?
No, you can't use my shirt. But you can tell me more about these gorillas, not the monkey.
Hold up. Motherfuck. See, with this
Hey, take this interview, man. I'm going to eat a fry bread.
With this sheep.
Okay.
Sheep will paint sheep.
So, this is a flag from El Salvador, you said?
No, it's okay.
Oh, no, please. I want to learn.
Basically, it's the flag that the guerrillas used. Well, the FMLN was like multiple nations. Well, not nations, but people of these different nations at the time that were kind of militantly organizing against the fascist government that was.
Were they? Which government of which nation was fascist? Was it all of their governments, and they were just like combining powers?
During Reagan, there was this extreme push to you got to fight against communism, and what better way to fight against communism than destroy countries with regime change, which is what you've seen often. Actually, this is going on in Venezuela right now too. Actually, but that's a whole different. I mean, that's a little bit more of a complex situation, but it's also a lot more people know about it than the fucking Central American situation that was going on. But so you have a bunch of U.S. money coming in to support these governments that were basically just like dictatorships, again, like mock governments. So, yeah, like what happens, you get people who stand the fuck up against the shit, and then war breaks out, obviously, because we can't have.
So this is civil war. Civil war.
Yes.
Okay, who was the leader of the Was this Hugo Chavez?
Can you repeat the first name?
Hugo Chavez?
Hugo?
Yeah.
No. It was fuck. What was his name, bro?
They pronounce it Hugo. That's why I just said
man,
it.
I forgot his name, bro. I don't know. My pops could tell you this shit. No, the FMLN was comprised of multiple, I think it was 4 or 5 different guerrilla groups from Honduras and El Salvador and Nicaragua and shit. Not the Sandinistas though. The Sandinistas, I'm pretty sure the Sandinistas were separate from the FMLN.
So these guys are anti-communist. They were essentially a coup, and they banded together to overthrow the communist oppression.
No. They were socialists, and they banded together to overthrow the fascist dictatorship that was being sponsored by the U.S. in their countries.
Speaking of sponsors, shout out to our sponsors. Yeah, dude.
Wait, which nations were these again?
This was El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras. What else is down there? Guatemala. But Central America.
And who is the leader of the fascist government?
There were multiple governments, because you got to keep in mind it was you had the Salvadoran government, you had the Nicaraguan government, you had the Honduran government, but they were kind of taking shit too far, and they were receiving a bunch of money from the U.S. and military training and weapons to kind of maintain this power. And what happened, you can look up this one thing, bro. After Romero Galdamez died. This is a real person, by the way. He was a priest. Yeah, he was a priest. No, actually, it's crazy, bro. After he died, there were 3,000, 4,000, like some like absurd amount of people at the wake. And this is when shit really popped off, was that the government started like bombing the fucking wake. And you had like chill, like pregnant, like everybody was just getting blown the fuck up. And after that, there was like some, just like general disorder in the streets for a little bit. And then that was like the precursor. That was more or less the spark. Because then after that, motherfucker. Then after that, shit kind of just went all crazy. And now, time went by. And now we're here. So this is more so, it's a little bit of a cultural, like, trip in a way.
What is?
That's why I'm here, too. That's when my pops left there in the first fucking place.
When?
To get away from the war and shit. Back in, 30? He was 13, 71, 84. He's when he came here?
He came with his family from El Salvador to the United States. And
Kind of with his family, but yeah.
84?
Yeah, either 84 or 83, because he was born in 71. He came here when he was 13, so I don't know how long they stayed, like, elsewhere.
Where did they emigrate into?
They crossed over at the 5 in San Diego, actually.
Cool.
And then, my pops got separated from his mom for, like, 3 or 4 months. And he was in the trunk of a different car, and then so they got separated, and then they reunited. I forgot the fucking story on that. Neither one of them fucking tell me about any of this shit. I
feel that.
I gotta go do my own investigative journalism. It's like, throw me a freaking bone here, bro.
Oh, God.
And so that happened, and then long story short, 90006, Magnolia and Olympic.
Oh, I'm close to 7.
And so, they've basically been there since the 80s because it's rent.
I was going to ask.
So they pay the same ass rent as, like, they did 30 years ago. I think it's $50 more because it has to go up, but, like, legally it can't pass, like, a certain amount. They're giving, management's giving people in this building, like, $20,000 to move out because you can't find rent that cheap in LA. The $700 for a 1-bedroom, it does not exist. Yeah, it's not a nice, it's a fucking shitty-ass building, but, it doesn't exist.
enough to move.
20,000. See, and that's the thing, and that's why, like, they offered my dad like 11,000. He was like, fuck no, dude. Like, cause it's a lot of money. If it's like, here's $11,000, you find $11,000 on the street, but you have to move out, move into a new place, all that.
And they want people to move out so they can rebuild it.
Especially with the rents in LA, because if as you can't. Good luck. Like, they're asking $1,500 for these units, which is already like. I think it's 17. My mom said 15. That's a crock of shit. But either way, like, that's a pretty good price for 1 bedroom in LA, but it's still like shitty building. Nah, they're not rebuilding that building for shit. They're just kicking people out so they can get more money for it.
How does that work?
It's a rent controlled building, see? So people that have been leasing there since the 80s legally legally, the landlords, slumlords rather, legally cannot raise the rent past a certain point. It goes up incrementally each year, but it already hit its cap like 15, 20 years ago. So everybody that's been there for the past 30 years is paying basically $690, $710 a month for something that they're asking $17, $18 and upward for. So as you can see, the owners of the building clearly financially like, we can get these people out, we can get more money.
Yeah.
So the people in the building are like, dude, $20,000. Like again, if you have to stay in LA, it's not, you can take that $20,000 and go lease in Corona.
I've had Coronas before. They taste pretty good.
Anyway, so it's like, it's one of the, it's kind of a fucked up situation because the fucking people that manage the building don't give a shit. They want the people out. The people that live in the building are like, I'm not fucking going anywhere. The $20,000, I still have to live here in LA. That's not going to go far at all. You need first month's and last month's rent. You move something that's $2,300, you're putting down $4,600 right then and there, not including anything else. You still got to move your shit. You still got to whatever. Like, it's kind of a sticky situation.
Sticky indeed. What do you think, John Ben?
About rent control?
Just about life?
Pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
Someone told me, I was like, oh man, it's a pain in the ass being in Southern California without a car, I said. And they turned over to me and they're like, yeah, being a healthy young person, man, it's quite the challenge. And it really hit me. I had food poisoning 2 weeks ago. It really hit me. It was
You said that to somebody about the car?
About the car thing. Health, and I said this in quite a few raps, health and stuff brings wealth and stuff. And it's quite some shit because it's like, the food poisoning remark, like I had food poisoning a couple weeks ago, and while I did, it kind of hit me like, some people live like this. Like, this is their life of, like, not being able to eat, not being able to do fucking anything, always nauseous. And it really hit me like, damn, son.
Bro, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can still get cancer.
Yeah, like, bro, health is tight, you know? Health is tight.
This tight.
I got my HIV and all that testing shit back, bro, and I was clear, and I was kind of concerned because I was like, my thing with HIV is like, yo, bro, if I get AIDS, like, I'm going off the rails and I'm not giving a fuck. I already eat healthy and like fight against cancer on a daily basis, you know.
Well, there's a new medication that is apparently halting the progression of AIDS and HIV.
I'm not too familiar with that. I will say I was a little like, I was in the back of my head, I started to get really anxious. And like, I know, like, probably.
I think you have AIDS.
I got really anxious. And when I was thinking at the very peak of my anxiousness, I was like, you know what? Cool. I'm okay with that. I can go and just have an excuse to just go off the deep end. And I was in an anxious, like, you know, sort of mindset. And then time goes on. You realize, like, yeah, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, obviously, you're going to go off the deep end for, what, a week? And then reality's going to hit. It's like, bro, you still fucking, you got this shit. It's going to transform into AIDS at a certain point. You know, it starts as HIV, and then it turns to AIDS. It's like, damn, son, like, all right, you can go off the rails for a week. You still got to live with that shit.
Do you have HIV?
No, I was clear for all 4 of the things. I got the ADHD.
Score. Oh, that's great, dude. It's we're about 41 minutes in. Maggie's eating. Maggie the dog, otherwise known as she's fucking secretary, treasurer of Adobe House.
She ain't shit, bro. Maggie ain't shit.
She's a little slow, but I think Bart likes her. That's why she's around. She stays.
You really think Bart has a thing for her?
I don't. I think Bart is gay. I think Bart enjoys humping both male humans and male dogs.
Back for a while.
Bart is gone for sure. I forget pre-Bart reality.
It's hard the first couple of days.
Because you want to block it out. You don't, like, you can just...
Are y'all familiar with Bartism?
Bartism? I don't think so.
It's my religion.
Your son Bart had...
I mean, I don't know if that... what's it called? What's the thing where family members fucking give their kids jobs?
Pallbearers.
Pallbearers? Nepotism. I don't know if we want to get into Bart Barker's nepostic ways, but I don't think he's anybody's son, you know?
He earned that job. He earned the CEO.
I mean, why would he be above Bonjen in the rankings? What were you going to say?
Because I didn't graduate from fucking Stanford. He did.
Yeah, I mean, he graduated Stanford, did undergrad at Harvard, went to Stanford for law and medical, but...
And also being Kanye's tour manager for the Yeezus tour definitely helped.
I mean, when you're a self-taught lawyer, it really helps, you know?
This intrigues me, self-taught lawyer. Bart, Mr. Barker, wherever you're at...
Oh, he listens both to this podcast and into the wires that are in this house.
If I can't say this, then he can't listen. Bart.
He also can read minds.
Okay, then I don't have to say anything.
Well, we'll say it for the audience, our dark racists.
Bart, if you're out there listening, buddy, or reading minds, whatever it is you do, buddy, old pal, tell me more about this self-taught, the homeschooled law school situation. I'm very interested in this.
Well, he didn't have a home. He actually was self-taught lawyer on the streets. He didn't have a home for a period of time.
Oh, so he's a diplomat, and that's how he got his thing in street diplomacy.
Is that some sort of hip-hop reference?
No.
I was thinking of the fucking, what's her name?
Real hip-hop from the streets.
But yeah, Bart Barker didn't have a home for at least 3,900 years. 3,900 years. He was just roaming the streets of both past and present future sometimes. And he just was really interested about these new things called laws. Laws were becoming created.
His fucking brother went to jail, and his brother got arrested, and he couldn't afford representation. So Mr. Barker himself went to the LA Law Library and read every single book and studied the Constitution like a madman. And he represented his brother, and he got him off scot-free off of 17 rape charges.
And this is you got to take into account that Bart Barker's also colorblind. So who knows if those black letters.
The only thing he did was say, "Hey, check the tapes," and it wasn't his brother.
And so you really didn't need all that jargon stuff. He's just Barker, you know. That's what he does.
Barker Industries. He's an industrialist, so to speak.
Barker actually owns a property in Tucson, Arizona. He's actually here for the winter portion. He comes
Snowbird.
He comes into Los Angeles for the summer and just makes sure that the Golden Boys are getting their showers on. Yeah, the Golden Boys. That's what's his name said.
Can you repeat that?
So he comes into Los Angeles during the summertime, so the Golden Boys get their shower on.
That last part, can you articulate more on the Golden Boys getting their shower on?
That's just what Barker has said to me multiple times. I don't know what it means. It's sort of, see, it looks different.
Twisted, I guess.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
I think it's jeans. I haven't seen you in jeans in a while.
Israelite. I like
I haven't
it.
wearing jeans in a while. You guys would look so cute if you all wore Adobe hoodies on stage tomorrow.
We could.
You would look like
At least a portion of us should.
You would look like a real group.
A portion of us definitely should. I do enjoy the individuality as well. I was thinking.
Individuality is your sound.
You don't need individuality. Take that fucking. Take that shit and put it back where you
Individuality
can.
is your voice.
Bonjen said individuality is your sound, and then just hit you with the classic Adobe shrug and smile. I agree that at least a few people should have the new Adobe merchandise available online at adobehouserecords.com/store.
It's too clean. It's just too clean.
So fresh.
Oh, it's nice, right?
Fresh drop. One of my favorite drop by far.
Yeah, it really articulates how haven't done anything besides our own house for month 8 to month 3, over spanning 2 years. It's somewhat cool, but also somewhat sad.
Done what? Oh, our own house?
Yeah, it's a whole lot of house, but I like the opportunity of having the house.
In fact, I gave John Ben $30 to fix part of the house, and apparently that hasn't been done.
Working on that. I'll probably get that done on Monday.
Don't no worries. I don't care. I did my due.
He did do his due.
I even wanted to just order a door and have you pick it up, paid for and everything, and walk out. You gonna pick it? Yes, I told him that. I told him, let me just get you a new door without a fucking piece of glass in it, so this never happens again. We just get a new door. It's not gonna be, besides.
Lowe's right now.
You want to pay $200 for a new door?
A door, dude. Have you ever ordered a door? It costs like $65 for a cheap door.
Bro, I went to fucking Lowe's and they're like, yeah, the cheapest thing we have is $200. And also, you'd be way better off just buying a fucking $25 piece of glass and gluing it on.
Well, see, and that's another aspect. You take the door off. I just wanted to replace what was broken. My thing was just like, I don't really care. Like either way, like all right, my thing, I'll place it if the landlord's not trying to place it, whatever. But it's just kind of like it was so urgent and it still hasn't been done. So I just kind of thought that was like pretty funny. I was gonna buy a door, bro. I would just like pick it up, bro, because like once you start the caulk and the time to caulk the fucking glass in and all this bullshit.
I don't know what you're doing out here in Tucson, but I caulk nothing.
Plenty of time.
Bonjen, what are your thoughts about the Tucson Hip Hop Festival 2019? I've asked FS and some more. I don't think I've asked Danish yet.
Thoughts about it? I hope it's a good one.
We've had enough practice at our house, according to our t-shirts.
Oh yeah, looks like we came ready to ball the fuck up,
You're really ready to sink buckets.
Yeah, really ready to sink buckets.
Just like the Clippers, just like the Clippers.
Just get this W and then go tear up the retreat and then go home and do it again.
We're just gonna really just fucking.
This is life for me, Mom.
Just gonna tear it down, just blow the house off, and just go tear up the tree.
I just woke up and there's a extra $130,000 in my checking account. So like,
It's just what happens when you just tear it up, tear it in, and tear it out.
I guess that's what happens when you're just winning, I guess.
Winning. All we do is win.
You could say we're winners.
Yeah, DJ Khaled, J-Rock, Queen, 3 different songs now. We got a J-Rock win, we got a DJ Khaled song, and then Queen saying we're the champions. Which reminds me, I think that we need a theme song for when we go on this stage, or maybe that's just a soap long thing, but having themes as a band is fun.
I heard a song today with the Law and Order, do, and I thought that would be the greatest thing just to put in between a song.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Transition to a storytelling, dope hip hop joint. I like.
I will show you this transition. Don't you
Say it again.
My name is S'more.
My guy, send me a fucking beat pack, son. You know.
All right, I think things are going off the rails here. The shirts are off. This is episode 52 or 51 of Dark Racial Humor. I'm caller John.
I'm Bon Jin.
I'm signing out for Danish Faizi, Taimoor Faizi, FS. We're really excited that you stick all this time with us on this makeshift podcast, and we gotta submit it so we can get this everyday daily podcast. AdobeHouseRecords.com. Thank you for everything. Out.